Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today we have some exciting news. Slayer Partners. This was released today, August 14th, 2024. Let's hop right into it. So Slayer Partners, earlier this month we proposed bringing Slayer Partners back to old school. Today it's happening for real, so grab your buddies and get ready to slay. Now, personally, this is something that I never actually took a part in, but it does sound really cool. I'm curious to see if like Ironman players or whatever will be able to do it as well. But just imagine doing Slayer with your friends or your clanmates or something. It would definitely make the skill more fun, even though it's like the most loved skill in the game, I think, by a lot. All right, we'll take a quick look at this picture right here. Current partner, none. Use the button to set yourself a Slayer partner. When receiving a Slayer task, whilst you have a partner, you will only be able to get a task that both of you are able to complete. That's interesting. Only the primary player's block list is taken into account. So if you start the Slayer partner, your block list is the only one that is going to be taken into account. So that is another very interesting thing. So you're going to have to deal with whoever your partner is, deal with their block list. Killing creatures whilst partnered with someone will decrement both of your tasks simultaneously. Points awarded for task completion is divided amongst the players by contribution. Okay, that's another crazy thing. So I guess you can't have like an alt that gets like one kill or something like that, and then it's a way to farm points. It's a good thing that they did that. If a player fails to contribute enough to the task, they will not receive any points or streak increments. Once you decided on a Slayer partner, it's time to seal the deal. Simply use the partner option on an enchanted gem or Slayer helmet. Select new partner, type their name into send an invite. So very simple to do, it looks like. So sending the partner an offer, Slayer partner offer Goblin 7, and accept. So it's going to be very easy to do. Once the Slayer partnership is activated, Slayer Masters will assign tasks you can complete together. This is actually really humble and cool. Receiving a task. We've addressed the exploitation and boost abuse issues from the previous version and ensured that you'll get tasks that both you and your partner can enjoy. Here's what we changed. If you're the player obtaining the task or obtaining a task, only your block list will be taken into account. You'll also receive tasks that both you and your partner can actually complete. That's funny if that wasn't the case before. We've removed the requirements for one player to have a higher Slayer level than their partner. We've heard your concerns about some difficult tasks being blocked. To avoid this, we've changed the minimum limit of total combined tasks by Slayer partners to 15 instead of 10 based on your feedback. If you already have a task, you can't partner up until you've finished it. This is to ensure that any task you do together is suitable for both of you. Likewise, Irons won't be able to partner up. Interesting. All right. I was kind of a little excited, but I guess that makes full sense. But group Irons can partner with other group members. The game will remember who your partner is if you log out. So you can always put the task on hold or wrap it up by yourself. That is very cool that they made that an option. Careful though, if either partner claims a new task while the other is offline, their partnership will be nullified. All right, so it seems like they got like most of it anyways, like most of the like bugs or issues with it kind of taken care of. You can cancel your current task at any time, but both you and your partner must cancel to receive another one. So, completing a task. As long as they are within 30 tiles of one another and on the same world, both players in a Slayer partnership can get a Slayer kill count credit. This should make completing your tasks super speedy. That's another thing I I didn't really take into account. So say you have like 200 abyssal demons to kill, and you and your partner both kill 100, that'll make the task go by a lot quicker. Now obviously I guess the points will be kind of divided, so it's not going to make this overpowered or anything, but it'll be nice to switch up the location a lot more, in my opinion, you know. To prevent abuse, a task completed this way will only count as completed for both players if each of them has killed at least 20% of the required monsters. The exception, of course, is instance boss slayer tasks, where only one player's kill will count towards the task. So does this mean you could say get like a Zulrah task, say 30 Zulrah, and each player kills 15? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Points are also distributed based on the percentage of the task each player completed by themselves. If you kill 60 gargoyles and your partner kills 40, the 15 points will be split, 9 for you and 6 for your partner. If you killed 50 gargoyles each, you'd both get 8 points. We round up half of 15 points to 8 as opposed to rounding down to 7. Overpowered, cancelled. A whopping single point up from what a solo slayer could earn. Interesting. To avoid any messiness, task streak bonuses apply separately. Okay, I guess that would make complete sense. So like, if you know how every say 100 tasks you get a lot more points, so if you have 100 tasks and your partner has 1, you'll still get your bonus slayer points, which is awesome. When you've successfully finished your task and snagged the points, you can continue slaying together with a new task or go your separate ways. It's your call. Decided to get into Slayer partners, then only one more decision remains. You and who? So honestly, I think it is good for the game. It'll give players a chance to kind of do some more content together. Unfortunately, Ironman accounts cannot do it, but I guess that makes sense at the end of the day. I think it's going to be really good for getting newer players kind of into the game a little bit more. So say their friends have like a level 100 account. They're just starting out, you can kind of teach them the ropes with the partnered slayer. Huge fan of that, and it's not like overpowered or anything, and it'll just kind of be something else to do to kind of make Slayer more interesting, so I'm all for it. So we've got farther Poll 82 updates. We're picking up where we left off with the Poll 82 quality of life changes. As a reminder, this poll focused on minigame improvements, although there were a couple of wildcards in the mix. Let's see what changes we're making today. So offhand slot changes. Our first change is the ability to swap certain items to the offhand slot based on your request. We've added a swap button to Amy's saw, the Bruma torch, and the Incandino hammer. That lets you swap them from the main hand to the offhand slot. This option is available from both the inventory and the equipment tab. So I like how they actually like make the item look different too. That's a nice little touch. And it's cool that you can have the Bruma hand, say, in the shield slot, so you can also wear your axe. You know, it's just very nice and convenient. So this means that while training construction, you can now save 2 inventory slots by equipping both the Amy saw and the hammer at the same time. Do note, however, that Amy's saw loses its combat stats when equipped in the offhand. Obviously, right? Because that would be overpowered. That would be RS3. But I really do like this. Like, it's something that's just very convenient, and it'll make more people go for the hammer and also go for the saw because it's just way better now. Big search for Temporous. When we pitched a big search option for Guardians of the Rift in the Poll 82 proposal, many of you wanted to see it implemented for Temporous as well. We think this makes perfect sense, so we've gone ahead and added a big search option to Temporous rewards pool. This means you can now use 5 permits at once to roll 5 rewards. So this is just another great quality of life thing, obviously, because some people that gain like 4,000 permits or whatever, you're sitting there for what, an hour, 2 hours just searching the pool, when if you do 5 at a time, this could make it what, 20 minutes. So it's just great, to be honest. You don't want to just sit there, you know. I'm gonna be putting the 5 on whenever I go back. Makeover updates. This week also brings a series of much requested changes and improvements to the makeover interfaces, which should make customizing your character a far more streamlined process. Play your player character your way. Why was I reading that so backwards? A big part of old school is having the freedom to play the game your way, and that should extend to character creation. 2. We want our players to have the freedom to express themselves in Gielinor just as they would in real life. With this in mind, we've updated the Makeover Mage interface. Players may now choose between body type A and body type B, offering the freedom to pick either body type without the restriction of gender labels. Here we go. To give you more room for self-expression, you can now choose a preferred pronoun for your player character from the following options. Oh my god. He/him, she/her, or they/them. I can't believe I'm reading this on an old school RuneScape update. You can also continue without selecting a pronoun if that's what you would prefer. The game will use the default based on body type, similar to how it has always been. We've updated these options on both the Makeover Mage interface and the character creation menu. Pronouns can also be changed in the settings menu for convenience. Okay. So select skin color, body type, and pronouns. Well, it's not going to change anything, right? It's just like when you confirm it, you know what I mean? Just an extra option here. And then this is character creation. So the character creation thing and pronouns is added in here now for whatever reason. I don't think it shows it anywhere else, right? Anyways, that's okay. In other news, all facial hairs can now be used on either body type, so you can rock a beard or a mustache whenever you like. Additionally, the new makeover interface previously used for hairstyles only has replaced... Oh, it's like the people where you change it, so their interfaces. I was like, what? You can now freely swap between all of them, no matter which shopkeeper you talk to, using the button in the top left corner. So basically, everyone in the game, you can now have all of these options, which, yeah. Other changes. Now that the dead man is over, we know some of you want to be able to sell your rewards for a full refund. Good news, you can now do just that and refund your dead man rewards for points. These rewards include, so all of the stuff that you could buy from it, I guess you can sell it back. That's very interesting. Here are some more improvements for your quality of life pleasure. The humidify spell can now fill cups with water to help make Gothic's rest tea. Sacks can now be filled with straw for scarecrows using the hay bales at Varlamore's farm. After completing the Between a Rock quest, the fire option on Donnikin's cannon will now fire you back into his rock, allowing you to skip his dialogue. You'll still need your golden helmet for safety reasons. Okay. Some fixes we've rolled out with the game update. Restored previous red X methods when fighting Cerberus. Don't know what that was. Fixed rendering issues with textures in some areas on the Java client. The Blade of Salador now has its original sound again. Fixed a bug where some hair and beard combinations would sometimes display incorrectly on the makeover interface. Huh. You might be wondering, what about reverting the changes to Osmondton's Fang graphics? Don't worry, we've heard your feedback loud and clear. The art team is working on Fang's model and inventory icon, and they need a bit more time to get everything just right. While it didn't make it into this week's update, you can expect the changes to Fang's graphics to arrive soon. Also hotfixed earlier this week, fixed a bug where the Inquisitor set bonus was retained after death. Last but not least, a deathmatching button is added to the in-game report menu in preparation of the upcoming deathmatching prohibition. Note that only players who break this rule from August 15th onwards will face sanctions. You can find out more about deathmatching and why we've prohibited it in this information blog. If you think you've been targeted incorrectly by this or any other rule, you can appeal to the player support team. All right. PvP world, some other stuff happening with that, and some last man standing competitive has been deactivated. Yeah. Well, nothing crazy this week. I guess the Slayer Partners thing is pretty damn cool for some players. It will help some, like I said, like it will help newer players getting into the game. If their friends already play, they can maybe do some tasks with them to kind of get them on their toes a little bit. And, you know, if you play with friends or clanmates a lot of the time, or Discord friends, you can actually do your tasks together now if you play a main account. But yeah, not too much else. A little bit of the makeover changes. I don't really know what to think about that, but I guess it's good for the game. Yeah, hopefully some better updates next week, obviously. I know they're working on a lot of stuff right now, like the Varlamore Part 2, and just some other cool updates. They're working on their client, and the removal of death matching has kind of been a crazy topic over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go kill some Zulrah. Have a great night. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.